Today in Irvine, a new study points a finger at so-called forever chemicals and a possible rise in childhood leukemia risk. This is Dean Bark. Welcome to the City Report in Irvine. Let's open with the big one. UC Irvine, the public research university right here in town, has released findings tying prenatal exposure to PFAS, or per- and polyfluoroalkyl substances, to a higher risk of acute lymphoblastic leukemia in children. Researchers looked at blood samples from newborns in Los Angeles County, drawn between 2000 and 2015, and found 17 different chemicals present. Two compounds, PFOA and PFOS, both common PFAS, showed the strongest association with cancer risk. The study appears in the Journal of Exposure Science and Environmental Epidemiology, published in April. A quick definition check. PFAS are man-made chemicals used in non-stick cookware, water-resistant fabrics, and food packaging. They're nicknamed forever chemicals because they break down very slowly in the environment and, unfortunately, in us. Not exactly the warranty you want. UCI's team also noted socioeconomic patterns in exposure, suggesting households with older, more highly educated parents sometimes had higher levels, likely tied to lifestyle products where PFAS are more common. Let's cut to the chase. The sample size was limited and region-specific. This shows correlation, not definitive causation, and the authors say more work is needed. Still, it is a red flag. Practical takeaway: stay informed about consumer products you bring into the home, follow local water quality updates, and keep an eye on future research from UCI and state health agencies. Let's pivot to the next story. Irvine Police Department, our city's law enforcement agency, is investigating a complex phone scam that cost an 80-year-old resident $25,000. It started with a text claiming an Apple account was compromised. Then came calls from people pretending to be with the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives, ATF, and even someone spoofing the number of Irvine's police chief. The victim was instructed to drop cash in a shoebox at a Kohl's parking lot, and a courier picked it up in April. Police are working to pull surveillance video to identify the courier. Here's the quick safety brief. Caller ID can be faked. If someone claims to be law enforcement, hang up and call back using the official number from the agency's website. No legitimate agency demands cash, gift cards, or cryptocurrency in a rush. If the instructions include cash in a shoebox, that's not a sting, that's a scam. Moving on. The Irvine City Council, our city's legislative body, voted 4-3 in April to draft an ordinance that would bring ranked choice voting to future local elections. Ranked choice voting lets you mark candidates in order of preference. If no one clears 50%, the last place candidate drops out, and those ballots get reallocated by next preference until someone crosses the majority line. On the supportive side are council members Betty Martinez-Franco, Kathleen Tressiter, and Melinda Liu, along with a fourth vote in favor. They argue it could boost engagement and cut down on negative campaigning. Opposing are Mayor Larry Agron, the city's elected executive, and council members James Mai and Mike Carroll, who warn the system may confuse voters. The city clerk will return by mid-May with a draft ordinance and cost analysis. One logistical note: Orange County's current voting machines don't support ranked choice yet. Officials expect readiness by November 2028. More choices, less noise. That's the sales pitch. We'll see how the numbers and the outreach plan look. Shifting gears. Supernal, the Irvine-based flying vehicle startup owned by automaker Hyundai, just named Farhan Gandhi as its new chief technology officer. Gandhi is a veteran rotorcraft and aerospace researcher with more than 30 years in the field. Supernal builds eVTOLs. That's electric vertical takeoff and landing aircraft aimed at short urban flights. The company has been through a rough patch, pausing aircraft programs, restructuring, and laying off 296 employees in February as it reassessed its strategy in a crowded market. The new leadership says the priority now is internal validation and a clear path to a commercial product before splashy demos. In other words, get the engineering right, then show it off. Sometimes you have to taxi before you take off. And now for something completely different. Defense stole the spotlight at the 59th Orange County All-Star Basketball Games at Cypress College, a community college just northwest of Irvine. The South girls edged the North 67-62, with a decisive late-game stop by Amelia Booth, one of the county's standout seniors. On the boys' side, the North beat the South 98-77, sparked by a string of defensive plays led by Mekhi Belote. High scorers like Madi Lamb and Ryan Gove helped headline the night, but it was the stops that set the tone. Defense wins championships, and apparently all-star games too. This is Dean Bark, signing off from the City Report in Irvine. Have a great day, and tune in tomorrow for more updates.